Hey, howdy, hey, welcome back to Trek on the Tube. This is not a Star Trek review and Easter eggs video. Oh my god, well, you know this. You've seen the thumbnail, you've seen the title of the video. It's a Star Trek Species video. Big surprise, we're going to be talking about Star Trek Species, more specifically the Betazoids. The idea behind these kind of videos, in case you're new, is to explain elements of the franchise to new fans without making everything seem too overwhelming or spoiling too much. I say this because, first, yes, I will omit certain details. This is done on purpose. Second, what we're really trying to do here is simply create a general idea of what the species is like so that everyone can quickly grasp who they are when they see them for the first time in newer shows if they haven't yet explored the older ones. So yeah, let's jump right in. Today we're talking about the Betazoids, or Betazeds. Apparently both are accepted. I didn't know. They're a humanoid species from the Alpha Quadrant that look pretty much just like us being humans. Indeed, on an external physical level, Betazoids are near identical to humans, save for one detail: their irises are always black. And this is true for all Betazoids as well as all mixed species that are at least half Betazoid. Which brings us to another interesting detail: they can breed with most other species we've seen in Star Trek so far. Their gestation period is about 10 months long. Now I know what you guys really want is to hear about the telepathy. Yes, Bob, I'm getting to that. God damn it. And that's because if there's anything anyone knows about the Betazoids, it's that they can read minds, even if Troi can never seem to really sense anything.
I don't know.
Anyways, Betazoids are indeed telepaths. Also empaths. And they are born this way, although in most cases the powers, if we can call them that, only really grow and develop at adolescence. Much like with any aspect of any species, some are more gifted than others, some struggle to use the ability. What we're talking about here is the psionic strength, whether it's big or not. In very rare cases, certain infants are born with their abilities already active. Now that has a tendency of creating very powerful adults that sadly are often affected by mental illnesses and instability. I mean, could you imagine hearing everyone's voice all the time in your head, or feeling how everyone feels at any given moment? As we mentioned earlier though, this is only rare, as are the ones that have almost no psionic strength. Considering this ability is built into their genetics, like there's a part of their brain called the paracortex that controls all this, it's pretty evident the species feature became a big part of their society and culture. What I mean by that is when everyone on a planet can read each other's minds, share thoughts, communicate telepathically, sense emotions, and detect intentions, it's bound to profoundly impact that society's cultural identity. Now in this case, the Betazoids became a very truthful, a very honest society, with, secrets being so hard to keep and all. Small, scary side note: people with the strongest psionic strengths can actually control other people via their minds, so it's a good thing that their society evolved the way they did. How reassuring. Somewhat related to this is the illness Xanthi fever, which affects Betazoids in their old age and makes them unable to control their abilities, and it can even result in them imprinting their own emotional states on others, so it's dangerous for others around them. When it comes to mixed species, people that are only part Betazoid, like Deanna, Troi, for example, their abilities were often quite reduced compared to other, full-blood Betazoids, with some only being empathic and being able to communicate with other telepathically able beings. Nothing major. Not all species' minds, mind you, can be read. Ferengi, for example, are unable to be read or sensed by Betazoids. Now their homeworld, Betazed, described as a lush and beautiful place, is well within Federation space in a little spot called the Beta Zeta system, and although we've seen them work closely with both Starfleet and the Federation multiple times on screen, it's never really been confirmed that they're a member world. I mean, everyone just assumes they are. In a more distressing note, Betazed was invaded during the Dominion War. It fell within only 10 hours due to their defense systems being so outdated. Fear not, however, the planet was eventually reclaimed, so all is well. Now look, this might be a pretty subjective way of describing the Betazoids, but I kind of feel like they're a little I don't know, old-fashioned or traditionalist, like very caught up in their customs. You know, they have arranged marriages at birth, nude weddings to symbolize love, constant gong ringing throughout meals to say thanks to their multiple gods, because yeah, as it turns out, they're polytheistic. I mean, they even still had banks well into the 23rd century. Funny thing is, there's not that much more to explore about these people. I mean, they've been featured on screen quite a lot within the franchise. The Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, Picard, Lower Decks, and this is including all Deanna Troi's appearances, of course. But yeah, bringing a species to the screen in Star Trek doesn't always equate to a lot of, lore expansion. One thing worthy of being noted is that their design never changed, which is something that the franchise doesn't do that often. And that's about it. They don't like pets or relationships with animals in general, considering they can feel what they feel. Their society has been, for the most part, matriarchal. And then in the Mirror Universe, they were subjugated by the Terran Empire. How fun. Yeah, no ships or interesting technology to talk about. We don't know that much more about their culture. I mean, apparently, women wore elaborate wigs in the shape of cages that used to trap, like they used to have like these little birds inside those cages at some time, but that's now gone. Thank God. But yeah, apparently that was a thing. Yeah, there's not that much more to talk about. We've reached the end. I hope that one person that commented on all of my species videos, why haven't you done the Betazoids yet? I hope that you're happy. I've done the Betazoids. In any case, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, share. A big thanks to the channel patrons. Everyone is the best. Thank you so much for watching. Live long and prosper.